A very good evening. Thank you so much for joining us on Uctv. My name is Nora Sende to bring you the bulletin this evening. It is Monday, the 22nd of April, 2024. And thank you so much for staying with us. Well, Catholics have been urged to trust in God in order to achieve things that may seem humanly impossible. The message was delivered by Reverend Father Dr. Hilary Munyaneza during the Memorial Mass to mark 33 years since the death of the late Cardinal Emmanuel Nsubuga. Now, the Mass was at the institution of the Good Samaritan Sisters, founded by the late Cardinal Emmanuel Nsubuga. During a memorial mass commemorating 33 years since the passing of the late Cardinal Emmanuel Nsubuga, Reverend Father Dr. Hilary Munyaneza delivered a powerful message urging Catholics to trust in God even in the face of seemingly impossible tasks. The Mass took place at the institution of the Good Samaritan Sisters, founded by Cardinal Nsubuga himself.
Okwesiga Omukama Katonda mu bulamu bwaffe kye tulabira ddala mu bulamu bwa kitaffe omutiibwa ennyo Emmanuel Cardinal Nsubuga gwe tusabira mu ngeri ey'enjawulo olwaleero nga tujjukira emyaka 33 bukya Omukama Katonda amuyita kuva mu bulamu bw'ensi eno. Obwesige bwe yalina mu Mukama Katonda bwamuleetera okukola ebintu mu bw'omuntu by'oyinza okugamba nti tebisoboka. Obwesige bwe yalina mu Mukama Katonda bwamuleetera okuyita mu bw'omuntu awatayitika. Katonda tayinza kwerimba, naffe tayinza kukola ki? Okwesiga Omukama Katonda. Obwesige bwange buli luddawa? Obwesige bwo buli luddawa? Nga tukubagizibwa mwoyo mutuukirivu, nga tulungamizibwa mwoyo mutuukirivu, naddala ku lunaku luno olw'okujjukira Ssaabasumba Emmanuel Cardinal Nsubuga, Omukama gwe yayita kati emyaka 33 emabega. Omukama tumusabe naffe atuyambe okukula mu kumwesiga, okukula mu kumukkiririzaamu ebbanga lyonna oba musana oba nkuba, mu biseera ebyangu ne mu biseera ebizibu.
Reverend Father Dr. Hilary Munyaneza emphasized the importance of trusting God both during good and the bad times, drawing inspiration from the late Cardinal's legacy. He reminded the congregation to be grateful for the leaders who came before them, attributing their achievements to divine embalmment.
Obwesige bwe yalina mu Mukama Katonda bwamuleetera okuyita mu bw'omuntu awatayitika. Bafadha abapayoniya abasookera ddala okusoma mu Sentimbaga mu mwaka ogw'76 n'77 awo, kati nga Bafadha Dambaabo, Bafadha Matovusiza, Bafadha Joseph Lubega n'abalala batunyumiza ne batugamba nti bwe baali bakatandika mu Sentimbaga nti wabeerangawo ebiseera ebizibu. Bannange bulijjo entandikwa teba nyangu. Bapayoniers baffe abo tubeenyumirizaamu era nammwe abammwe mubeenyumirizeemu, gwe musingi ogwo ffenna kwe tuyimiridde. Naye batunyumiza ne batugamba nti bwe baali batandika mu Sentimbaga mu myaka egyo gye tuwulidde bwabangawo ebiseera ebizibu.
Reflecting on the sacrifice and devotion of the Uganda martyrs, Father Hilary called for a deeper understanding of their lives as a means to foster greater love and emulation of their virtues.
Empisa ennungi ezo ez'abajulizi, okwewaayo, okumalirira, okuyambagana, okusonyiwa, okwagala okukkiriza, okulwanirira obutukuvu n'endala, buli muntu alina ky'asobola okubayigirako. Tuyinza obutasobola kuba nazo zonna muggwe omuntu omu, naye waakiri buli mujulizi alina ky'atuyigiriza. Nga tukuza emyaka gino 6 tukubirizibwa ffenna okwongera okubaagala, okwongera okubakoowoola, okubeesiga, ate era n'okwongera okumanya ku bulamu bwabwe tusobole okubaako kye tubayigirako. Mu kwewaayo kwabwe tini bwe baali battibwa bafa obujulizi baafa batendereza Katonda, baafa beegayirira.
Furthermore, he highlighted the late Cardinal Nsubuga's contribution, such as the construction of the Namugongo Shrine and his efforts in mobilizing funds from abroad. He urged Catholics to emulate the late Cardinal's passion and strengthen in expanding the kingdom of God.
Mu kudizayininga, mu kusengeka, mu kutona, mu kuwunda, ekereziya y'enkulu ennyo mu kukkiriza kwaffe ey'abajulizi abatuukirivu ab'omu Uganda ye Namugongo. Emmanuel Kardinali Kiwanuka Nsubuga n'agizimba mu ngeri ey'akasiisira. Mu ngeri ey'akasiisira n'atakoma okwo n'ateekako ebyuma ebyo waggulu wa kereziya eyo okugyetooloola yonna 22 nga be bajulizi 22 aba Uganda.
Vicar General, the Very Reverend Monsignor Charles Kasibante's message resonated with the spirit of remembrance and inspiration, encouraging Catholics to trust in God's providence and follow the exemplary footsteps of those who came before them.
Cardinal Nsubuga byonna yabikozanga maanyi, yabikozanga kwagala, yabikozanga kwewaayo. Nkakasa nti ekyo yakitulekera naffe tumugoberere mu ekyo okuweereza Katonda, okuweereza ekereziya, n'okulaba nti obwakabaka bwa Katonda bwongera okugaziwa. Muli ngenda nirowooza ku Basamaliya nenga nti yabalekera ekkatala lya kumusabiranga buli lunaku. Kyeyava yeebaka wano emmanga n'ateebaka mu Cathedral Lubaga. Aga nti nja kubeera mu baana bange e Nalukolongo. Njagala okubeebaza kubanga mukikola.
Nora Osende for UCTV News. Now, in bid to curb gun violence caused by the negligent and errant private security guard, the Uganda Police Force has revealed its intention to revoke 7 licenses plus suspend 20 private security companies in Uganda. Now, this has been revealed by the police spokesperson Freddie Nanga while addressing the weekly press conference at the headquarters in Naguru.
According to Enanga, the rampant gun violence amongst the public by private guards, like harassing members of the public, is attributed to the insecure transit and custody of firearms plus negligence of the officers while on duty, something that has prompted the police leadership to initiate a vetting process of some of the private companies upon which they intend to suspend and revoke operation licenses of the errant companies.
We have 7 private security organizations that are being vetted with the intentions of having the licenses cancelled. Then an additional 20 private security organizations are also being evaluated for suspension for a period so that they can comply with the guidelines that we've given them. The process is going to be concluded this week. So in our next meeting, we are going to release the list of 20 private security organizations that are going to be suspended for non-compliance and 7 others that are going to have their licenses cancelled.
In the same vein, Enanga adds that the Police Force Department for Private Security Organizations and Firearms together with the Human Resource Department have resolved to start up a standard training curriculum for private guards as an effort of weeding out indiscipline and errant private guards.
We are also carrying out better auditing processes or features at the Department of the Private Security Organization and Civilian Firearms. In addition, the Directorate of Crime Intelligence is also conducting background checks, revetting and obtaining actionable tips and leads for misuse of private firearms from the public. And we are also happy to inform you that the human resource department has also come out with a standard private security organization training curriculum that is going to be used for training private security guards across all levels. This is also something that we've handled with the Association of PSOs.
He sent a sounding warning to all the members of the public and other civilians who are fond of cladding themselves in police resembling attires.
But this is illegal and it must stop immediately. For private security organizations, the regulations are very clear that we gave to them. And even for other individuals and groups, the unauthorized duplication and manipulation of rank insignia and accoutrements of the police and other sister agencies like the UPDF and prison services, but police is a violation of the laws. We have gazetted instruments that are statutory. The UPDF Act is there, and even the Penal Code. We have so far confiscated high visibility vests, jackets, sunglasses, black attires, and other similar configurations from the Bouncers Association, the BOW. We arrested some of them and we have started confiscating these. We've given them a final warning for them not to manipulate or duplicate the counterterrorism uniform. We've also recovered some the khaki uniforms from the private security organizations, which we are making them appear more police-like, more militaristic, and even combat-hardened, which is even false.
He concluded by highlighting on the circumstances under which two members of the National Unity Platform were committed to courts of law on charges of inciting violence and disrupting road traffic flow.
These people last week mobilized themselves in a group of about 100. They were dressed in red and white attire and identified themselves as members of the NUP. These individuals, predominantly youth, referred to as foot soldiers, took over traffic enforcement and purported to act as traffic regulators. And in so doing, they unlawfully blocked traffic flow on a number of routes to pave way for the movement of the NUP president. Now, this is not allowed. This is not. This is against rule of law. So these two were arrested, although the other members managed to escape, but the file still remains open. We are looking at a number of about 100 that were disrupting activities around the area.
I'm Joseph Kabale, UCTV News.
The Uganda Prison Services has come out and clarified on the circumstances under which rowdy youth vandalized a prison bus in Zirombwe. This happened when the Uganda Prison Service had gone for a funeral last Thursday. Frank Baine, Uganda prison spokesperson, highlighted on the ruckus that ensued.
Over the weekend, social media has been awash of a video clip portraying rowdy youth attacking and assaulting some of the unarmed Uganda Prison Services staff. According to Baine, one of the locals snatched a phone from the unarmed staff in Zirowe, where they had gone for burial of a brother to a colleague known as Freddy Kasozi. The officers successfully subdued the offender and put him in the prisoner's bus, registration number UG0419U, though they were accosted by locals who attempted to vandalize the bus before the local police intervened and put the situation to normal.
And they insisted to take him to the neighboring police station. That's when a group of young men decided to block the bus, and then, of course, because the matter was not necessitating a bus to be escorted by a gun, there was no gun on the bus. I think the youth used that excuse to attack the bus. But fortunately, when the staff came out, they were able still to get some of those boys who were doing that. The local leadership came in, even the police was called, and the matter was resolved, and the bus continued back to its station, and the situation is back to normal. So there was no political instigation, it was a fracas of a phone.
Meanwhile, the spokesperson of the Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety, Michael Kananura, has issued new route alternatives to Kampala-Masaka road users following a road damage at Budo Junction in Chengera.
The alternative routes which were earlier communicated yesterday of Budo Junction to Nakauka, Kampala have been also affected due to heavy traffic. We thus advise the motorists to use the following routes. Vehicles or motorists traveling from Masaka heading to Kampala, when they reach Mpigi, past Mpigi in a place called Katende, they will branch off to Nakauka. Then while at Nakauka roundabout, when they turn their left hand side, they will go to Kasenge, then join Natete. At Nakauka roundabout, when they turn right hand side, they join Kisubi, then Entebbe Road. Same vehicles can also branch off Budo Junction to Kasenge, then Rweza traffic lights to join Entebbe Road.
On the other hand, the deputy spokesperson of the Kampala Metropolitan Area, Luko Wesjire, has highlighted on the investigations of the murder case by mob registered in Mukono district.
Yesterday in the afternoon, family members of the late Ronald, who died early this week, wanted to take his assets. Now, the late had a clinic called Trust Clinic located in Namaiwa. And when he died, they called one of the persons he was working with at home in a meeting which was chaired by LCs and many other people within the community. The deceased is one Pau Malinde, a resident of Namaiva village, Namaiva parish in Nachisunga sub-county. Now, in that meeting, they were supposed to agree on how they get back the shares of their deceased brother. And it was at that particular time that Malinde Po, 35, informed them that he also had shares in the same company with the deceased. So this took them by shock, and they started accusing Malinde to have orchestrated the murder or the death of their brother, whom the police said died suddenly. So they believed that he could have had an issue to do with his death, and pounced on him, killed him.
Joseph Kabale, UCTV News.
Now, fish stocks from Uganda's water bodies have drastically increased due to the still enforcement mechanism by the UPDF Fisheries Protection Unit. This was observed by the Fisheries Protection Unit as they embarked on a 3-day guided sensitization tour of fish processing factories in Jinja and Kampala districts.
The fish was better when as an investor, when I came here, the fish quantity which was coming out, it was quite enough for me to start the processing. So, and then during the COVID time, so there was a decline in, and because of the control measures taken by the Fish Protection Unit, we were able to get more catch. And in last year, during the period of September, October, we had a very good catch. This is attributed to the control measures taken by the Fish Protection Unit. And then there was a slight decline, and all the sustainability measures taken by the Fish Protection Unit, like stopping the hurry-up nets, which was a destructive way of fishing in Lake Victoria. So by stopping that, there is an improvement in the catches. We expect that in another 6 to 8 months, we will be getting a better quantity, and we hope that all the fishermen there in the lake, they do legal ways of fishing. So when they do the best, the legal way of fishing, they will have better catch. They are taking care of their offspring. So after 5 years, 10 years, we will get a better quantity available in the lake. So their economic situation will improve. And I thank the Lieutenant Colonel Mercy, the MAIF Fisheries Department, the Minister of Fisheries, His Excellency, the President of Uganda, for doing a very good job in the lake. And this has given us hope in the future. Even I was thinking that where we are heading to, But now there is a hope that after 9 months, I will get some better, whatever I lost, maybe I will make it in that period.
Mu myezi egiwerena waliwo okweyongera kw'ebyennyanja newankubadde nti kunaba kutuuka ku tons oba obungi bw'ebyennyanja amakole gwe beetaaga naye nga waliwo essuubi nti ebyennyanja byeyongeddeko. Mpozi bizibu bye boogedde balaze nti ebyennyanja oluusi okufa bisinza ku sizoni ezimu, kati ennaku zino waliwo okweyongera kw'amazzi kirabika nga kiviidde ku nkuba etonnya, so n'okuba nga ebyennyanja tebikyafa bulungi.
Actually, FPU started working in 2017, and after they started working, actually the fish quantity has increased for around 3 years, 4 years. So only during the COVID season, like 2020, there was a bit less catch in the lake, some 1 or 2 years. But in 2022, somehow it's okay, not a very good position, but we are working in a somehow not bad position.
Singa beeyongera okugenda maaso n'envuba ennungi nga bakwata ebyennyanja ebikulu, bakwongera okuganyulwamu n'amakolero gakwongera okuganyulwamu ate ne gavumenti yakwongera okuganyulwamu misolo. So mbakubiriza bagende maaso n'okuvuba obulungi nga bakwata ebyennyanja ebikulu n'okukozesa ebitimba ebitukagana n'omutima.
It's now time for Today in History. Well, thank you so much for watching UCTV News. When we come back, it will be the Rome Reports.
UCTV, good news for all.
Catch incredible stories of resilience, success.
You can manage that money
with a topping of inspiration.
Get interested in people, not interested in yourself.
Inspire, achieve, repeat.
You are watching UCTV, good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Toboka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the request show and sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773 597 166 or visit our website www.kasesegatradio.com. Kasesegat Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth. UCTV, good news for all.
Now, in our Uganda Matters Futures today, amidst Uganda's vibrant history of faith and sacrifice, the legacy of Saint Joseph Balikudembe, one of the revered Uganda martyrs, continues to inspire millions as his story transcends time, embodying resilience, courage, and unwavering devotion to his beliefs.
Saint Joseph Mukasa Balikudembe, a Moganda of the Grey Rat clan. His father was Njuwe Seta Nkulakito, not Mazinga as some take it to be. His mother was Kajwahe, a Mutoro, not a Munyoro as it was believed. Mukasa was taken to King Mutesa I's palace, and a majordomo of King Mutesa I and King Mwanga II. Joseph Mukasa was the head of the Catholic Church in Uganda during the flight of the Catholic missionaries to Tanganyika. During the absence of the missionaries, the young church continued to grow. At one occasion, a cobra of about 5 feet entered King Mutesa's house, and after failing to find a stick, Mukasa rushed and strangled it with his own hands. The king from that time gave liberty to Christians and named him Bali Kudembe. The Christians are at peace to practice their religion. Bali Kudembe was killed and his body burnt on Sunday, November the 5th, 1885 at Nachivubo at the age of 20. He was the first Ugandan Catholic martyr. Bali Kudembe is the patron of politicians and chiefs.
Thank you so much for watching UCTV News. I am Nora Sende. Do have yourself a great evening and a good night.